This was by far one of the most amazing trips I've ever done in my life. This year I decided to go on my first solo trip in the beautiful country of Thailand. Going on an adventure every single day, meeting so many loving, adventurous and like-minded individuals, feeling more free than I've ever felt before, and feeling way more in touch with the person that I truly am. But how did I get here? Let me take you back for a bit. Beginning of 2022. After 2 years of lockdowns, it was finally over. After going through a challenging 2 years, there was finally some light at the end of this tunnel. Even though I worked through the COVID crisis and managed to build up my business and travel way more than I used to, I was coming down from this high and I felt like I was missing something. But at the same time, the new year was right around the corner, and this year was promising to be a fresh start with a lot of promises and new beginnings. Right?
Are coming on the air because the war in Ukraine has begun.
Russian tanks and troops rolled across the border in a full-scale invasion.
Have many on Wall Street worried about the possibility of a recession.
This was just another blow to the face. All these events hit me on such a personal level. So there I was again, absolutely defeated. After many business setbacks in a row, and being heartbroken, I was feeling like I was in the same pit yet again. Like all this work over the last years was for absolutely nothing. I saw my whole world, how I created it, how I envisioned it, just crumble right in front of my face. I felt stuck. Stuck inside my head, stuck inside the situation. This was not the life that I envisioned. This was not the life that I wanted to live. Ever since I was a kid, I was always scared to death for so many things. But weirdly enough, I also felt this weird attraction to the adventure. But for some reason, never had the guts to try it or do it. Before the end of 2021, I decided to make a bucket list. Just to write down all the things that I wanted to do in my life, but for some reason never did them, or was just too scared to try them out. After going through this whole situation, I realized something. I had nothing to lose anymore. And it might sound a little bit sad, but for me it was also super freeing. I have nothing to lose anymore. This truly gave me the permission and the opportunity to just start living my life, just to go on the adventure of a lifetime. And boy oh boy, what a crazy adventure this was. The moment I walked into the airport, I felt like I was in this crazy flow state. This was exactly who I wanted to be. This was who I was meant to be. This was me doing something I was scared to death of my whole life, but doing it anyways. This was me taking control of my life and my actions. This was me not waiting on anyone anymore and just living my life on my own terms. This was me not letting external circumstances dictate my life. This was me truly living in the moment and taking in all of the experiences life has to offer. This was me leaving my past behind and stepping into this scary yet exciting future. An unknown future with unlimited potential. Traveling alone truly changed my life. And I feel like this is just the beginning. I would love to share some of the things that I took away from this trip and hopefully inspire or motivate you to also go on this adventure by yourself. One of the biggest takeaways from me during this trip was learning how to be your own best friend. And I feel like nowadays in society, there's this big mix-up between being lonely and spending time with yourself. And I feel like spending time with yourself is so important. I remember I always thought it was so weird to see people sitting by themselves in restaurants, but now here I was in Thailand doing the exact same thing and actually having the time of my life. I feel like nowadays a lot of people talk about self-love and self-confidence, but the question is like, how do you even build that up? And I feel like a trip like this truly helps doing that. Because in the end of the day, if you travel by yourself, you're inevitably gonna have moments where you're gonna be by yourself. You don't know where to go, or you don't have people around you at that moment. But this is also a perfect moment to actually like ask yourself, what do I wanna do? What do I feel like doing? Or if you don't know where to go, maybe this is the perfect moment to not rely on a group, but to rely on yourself. And that actually builds a lot of self-confidence. And besides, I feel like if you do more things that you actually want to do, you're actually gonna meet more people doing those activities that actually like the same things that you like. Meaning that you're probably gonna meet people that you're gonna have a way better connection with because you actually connect on something that you truly like. The second thing I learned during this trip is having faith in what's to come and don't stress about tomorrow. For the last 5 years, I felt like I've just been in survival mode for multiple personal reasons. And for me, this was truly the first time in a long time where I truly surrendered myself to the unknown. And again, like especially all the crazy events happening before and then going on a trip where you don't plan anything, it truly forced me and made me remember that you don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. It might be something crazy negative, it can be something crazy positive, but again, bringing it back to point number one, even if everything goes to shit, you still got yourself to rely on, and probably it's not going to be as bad as you think. Literally since the start of this trip, I had no idea where to go, what to do. I literally flew to Bangkok, no idea where to stay, where to go. Slowly but surely it starts to settle in that I'm actually in Bangkok right now with zero plans. But I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go with the flow, I'll just see what happens. And before I knew it, I was in this place, Ayutthaya, and I was already meeting so many nice people. I feel like the most precious and the most beautiful memories that I made were all the most unexpected moments. And I feel like all these moments would never happen if I would just plan everything out, or would have just stressed about, oh, what's tomorrow gonna bring, or oh, what do I have to do now, or what if this, or what if that. And I feel like doing a trip like this truly forces you, and again gives you this opportunity to truly go with the flow and just don't stress too much about tomorrow. And the last thing I want to share is about physically being in a new environment and opening yourself up to new experiences, new ideas, new mindsets, and new cultures. Especially if you're stuck in life, this is the perfect way to physically step out of your environment and truly open yourself up again to new things and new ideas. You're gonna be around different people that live in a different way, that have different ideas, different mindsets. And it also creates this beautiful opportunity where you have time to actually reflect on your own situation back home from a completely different part of the world, which for me personally helped a lot because you're just not around the same people, you're not around the same triggers, you're just at this completely different environment. Besides, you're gonna meet so many different people. Because you're by yourself, it's so easy to make new friends, you're gonna get into this flow, and before you know it, you're gonna be experiencing so many different things, so many different ideas and mindset. And a trip like this is always for experiences, you know, doing new things. Just don't think about it, just do it, just experience new things. It's the perfect moment to do it. You don't have to take care of anyone except for yourself, right? Traveling by myself truly gave me so many valuable lessons. And if you're watching this right now and you're considering going on a solo trip by yourself, do it right now. Literally just pause the video right now and book that trip. You never know when the last opportunity is going to be that you're able to do it. I mean, look at COVID. We couldn't travel for such a long time. Life is just too short to postpone your dream life. If you're watching this, I challenge you to do a solo trip by yourself this month. Either do the crazy trip that you always wanted to do for months, or maybe just do a smaller one for a week, or hell, just go around the corner and visit your local restaurant to just have a meal by yourself. And once you did, I invite you to share your story in the comments and let other people know what you did to inspire other people to do the same. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you give it a like, make sure you subscribe to my channel if you want to stay updated for my future content, and then I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.